Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐂. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 8:31 a.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum could trade $1,089, up about 2.10% so far. Respect over crypto market and equity market on this Friday morning so far is on the future perspective is kind of risen a little bit, about 1% across the board. But with respect to oil prices, still kind of levitating around 118, $120 per barrel. The 10-year yields has kind of cooled down a little bit, but still really high, about 3.22%. Relatively to the 3.47% that we saw about 24, 48 hours ago. And with respect to this morning, across the spectrum, a lot of negative news. Seems like, that just a lot of regurgitation from media companies saying that inflationary pressure is on fire, and it's going to get a lot worse. There's going to be more layoffs, etc., etc. And respect to the oil crisis, a lot of chemical companies or any adjacent companies that have their cost of revenue coming from chemicals, like a makeup company like Revlon, for example, which have filed Chapter 11 yesterday. So they are struggling, obviously, due to the fact that most of their products is basically produced from petroleum products, which is I guess a byproduct of oil, right? So I'm not a scientist or a chemist, but it has a direct correlation onto the cost of goods that's being sold, which compress that gross margin or the gross profit, right? And with that being said, it will subsequently compress the profit margin as well. But at the same time, with rising interest rates, they still have like the corporate real estate that they have to be paying rent for. They have to be paying, human capital compensation on a month basis. So obviously, with that compression, with making less money, when people are already with the whole COVID situation, they're more likely to stay at home. Consumers will be less likely to be buying as much cosmetics or like makeup or like lipsticks and like I don't know mascara and stuff like that as they were before when COVID never happened before, right? And so it's good. We're gonna see probably more of these companies struggling in terms of maybe file chapter 11 similar to Revlon, or maybe they might have to downsize a little bit. So we'll see how their corporate FP&A, which is the financial planning department, or the corporate finance department, is going to be able to maneuver through all of these obstacles going forward, right? And apologies for again posting, not posting the second video yesterday. I was in between meetings, and then I subsequently had to step out to the city for like a cocktail dinner kind of thing, and it was like the weirdest you know course of occurrence. I ended up back home around like 12 in at night, so I got home really late, and I like right now have a huge headache. But just like a really weird course of occurrence. Like I went to uh, this guy's house who he has like a penthouse in New York City, but when I got there, it was like a really just like the environment was really weird. Like it was a penthouse, but the house was like really damp, and there were like pipes like falling down and stuff. And then like I see this guy. I would assume he was like the owner of the place. He dressed up like very much like I don't know, in like a tank top, and he was like drinking and cursing and yelling. And next thing you know, like he basically ditched the whole party and went into the bathroom and start cursing at himself. So I was like, what is happening? So yeah, I was just very confused. So some of my friends and colleagues were just like very perplexed, like why we in this party? Is this really a party, or has he like completely lost it because he was I don't know what he did. I don't know. I guess like really really rich people scares me sometimes. So let's just put it this way. So apologies for going off track. So let's just dive into technical to see what's going on this morning. Respective recording time of 8:36 a.m. on the Eastern time. Ethereum at 1,000, basically $100 right now. We are in between levels, obviously, you could see that we are just a hair below 1,125, which is the next level of support, which we broke. So now it's just kind of lingering around the $1,050, right? Or 1,100 if you want to round it up upward, which is not a real level as we know, right? So the next level down, if we crack it, will be 950, 850 to the real level 775, respectively. And right now, RSI seems like it's forming some sort of resistance as we hit to a 19 out of 70 last night. But the MACD is still relatively bearish. You can see that we're still like leaping down without any form of like plateau or curvature upward yet. So definitely be careful. I think there's a lot of emotions being stirred into the market dynamics right now. So contingent on us seeing some sort of a progression on the media front, and contingent on us being aligned on the next upcoming CPI report, which technically we still have like 20 something plus days out, and obviously the FOMC meeting in July, that we are going to be marching towards the 50 basis point heights instead of like going all the way to 75 again, which was a rarity like Jerome has depicted, or 1% altogether, right? In respect to Bitcoin, we are at 20,000, like 21 right now, I would say, if we round it up. Right now, you can see that we're having a W shape, so try to round it up right now, bouncing from the 22 out of 70 at the moment right now, at the 20,000 right now, right? But again, right, the inertia is still relatively bearish. We have not formed a plateau yet. So breaking this and then going down to the next level, 19,500, 18,500, which 18,500 is a real level, is that could be coming if we get more negative news, right? And then with respect to Classic, up about 3.23%, $14. So it's trading on all the flat numbers, like $14.50, $14, $13.50 respectively. Again, right? Same, it's the same old stuff because like so trading on all the basically flat numbers and forming new lows, right? Dogecoin up about 4% so far. At the moment right now, going down would be to all the flat numbers again, right? We're basically at the 60 right now, so going down to 55 to 50, respectively. It seems like we are consolidating nicely in comparisons to like the other coins, because like we're a lot more elongated. At the same time, we have a W shape, so I think incurring risk around this current level is actually not too terrible, relatively speaking, because it looks like a more risk-averse setup at the moment. And then for Cardano, up about 3% so far at the 49 cents at the moment. Right now, what we're curving down, like I would say the inertia looks quite good as well in comparison. Also with W shape, but we are a little bit more overbought at the 43, but relatively speaking, right? So it's actually not terrible. Anywhere from basically, like we're on a flat number, like 50 right now, 45 is the next level. Solana flat as well, $32. So we are basically struggling between, right, 33 versus 25 as the next level. So we are trying to recuperate, but it's kind of stale, or like kind of flat, like just trading between like a couple dollars up and down, up and down. So but overall, I would say collectively it's a little bit more elongated, so still more stable in terms of like selling pressure in comparisons to Bitcoin, Ethereum for some reason. And then XRP up about 3% at 32 cents at the moment. All the flat numbers like 30 cents, 25, respectively. Polkadot at down about 2% so far at 7.32. So like $7.50, $7, $6.50 respectively. Algorand at 30 cents at the moment. So all the flat numbers, right? So we're at 30 right now. Next level is 25, 20. Shiba Inu, like the low 800 right now, is actually not that terrible, right? I think it's quite attractive, like at 80, 800, 750, 700 respectively. And knowing the fact that they're relatively oversold right now. MACTAC or Polygon up about close to 4.5% at 40 cents right now. So 40 going down to next level 35 respectively, and 30, all the flat numbers that we have laid out. AVAX $16, 16, 15.50, 14.50, respectively. And then some others ones are try recuperate as well, like Tesla, for example. Just like take a look for the sake of taking a look. It seems like we might see a little bit, just a little bit of a shakedown, knowing the fact that we're about to form a death cross. So coming down back to 620 would not be a that bad dip for you to incur, right? But we are still relatively bearish on the inertia front. Neo's bouncing up about 5.11% pre-market. Um, it seems like it's okay, but like we're getting canceled out again at the $20, which is a major resistance level. And we've been not crossed down for quite some time now at the 55 out of 70. So I think selling down is a little bit more likely than keep going back up. Baba is up 10% so far. Same thing. You need to cross down and cross up. So I don't really like this current pump that we're seeing right now. Ideally coming down to like the first level at 95, right? Coinbase is up 2%, but like damn, it's been bleeding like crazy. With the 33 out of 70 right now, inertia is still bearish. But if you really believe in the Coinbase, based on their recent you know, next steps, right? Firing 20% of the workforce, and you believe that with respect to the infrastructure, it's going to revive going forward, and their top line revenue is going to revive back to normal, back to the highs before. Not a terrible dip to be buying at these levels right now. But ultimately, you have to bet on the management team, right? Brian Armstrong and the team. Right? Okay, so it's a quick update. Appreciate you for joining. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay, have a good day. Take care.